Hi everyone, my name is Sonia and I am a human design reader and coach, and through human design I help people discover their gifts, their talents. I help them step into their purpose, um, to step into their power really and become soul-based leaders. So if you don't have your human design chart, go to mybodygraph.com, enter your info, and look it up. And so today in my meditation, I was guided to make a video to talk about human design and eating. So first of all, I wanted to just make sure if you're consistent, so your top left arrow is pointing to the left, that means you shouldn't really be fasting. So more consistent meals are better because you're also active brain, so your brain needs consistent fuel. And if you are not consistent, so your top left arrow is pointing right, then you can fast a little bit more and you don't need to follow regular meal times, and your brain kind of switches on and off. So anyway, now we'll go into the energy types and how to eat for your energy type. And obviously this is just an overview and there's more, so if you want a full reading, let me know. So anyways, for manifesting generators and generators, which make up 70% of the population, so we'll start with them. So you should really not be restricting the amount you eat. So you have the biggest engines and you require adequate fuel. So kind of limiting your food intake doesn't really work. Like, kind of eating just a little bit to lose weight doesn't really work for you. So for manifesting generators and generators, it's really important to be eating what your sacral is really excited about and not really what other people say is the right or healthy thing to eat. So eating for you is all about desire, which is that sacral energy. It's really a sensual experience. And, I know I'm an MG, a manifesting generator, and when I eat something just because I should, or, it's perceived by the world as healthy, it usually doesn't bring me much pleasure and satisfaction. So, and also, if you have a defined sacral, it's always good to give your sacral some options to say yes or no to respond. To let your gut respond with that excitement or lack of excitement. So with MGs also, you just go through phases. You change your mind often. So I know, I'll be really into something for a while, and sometimes I'll buy a lot of that thing, and then one day I'll just be like, okay, I'm over this, and then I don't want to eat it for a while. So it's probably better for me, at least, to buy smaller quantities because I never know when my phase might end. So I don't want to get stuck with a lot of food. And this is the same with even exercise, right? You might be into one type of exercise and you might buy a package of classes, and then you're like, oh, never mind. So it's important to reserve the right to change your mind as a manifesting generator. So next we'll move on to the energy types that have the sacral undefined, so open sacrals, which are projectors, reflectors, and manifestors. So a reminder, if you have an open sacral, you can feel other people's desires. So for those energy types, you might feel other people's desire for food, and you might, kind of mistake it for your own desire, which can result in overeating. So that's just a disclaimer for those types, and then I'll go through more specifically. So for projectors and reflectors, you are more sensitive. So It's better for you to eat smaller portions and kind of multiple times throughout the day, like kind of grazing or eating like a bird, eating a little bit at a time, but every 2 hours or something like that, whenever you feel hungry. And carbs work well for these types, so fruit, grains, etc. And a lot of fat and protein doesn't really work. So your food needs to be more simple, fewer ingredients are better. And you also might be more sensitive to like stimulants, like caffeine or even to alcohol. So you have a more sensitive system. So then we move on to manifestors. So manifestors, obviously, as in life, they need to follow their urges. So you don't have to do anything like the world tells you should do it. So no predefined structure is required. You can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. And that's not to say that you should be eating junk food, but manifestors have a little bit more power to decide how foods will affect them. So you can literally speak things into existence as a manifestor. So make sure you set your intention before eating for what you're eating, and set your intention for how you want it to affect you. So that's it, I think, for today. Please send me a message if you have any questions. If you want to know more about your specific unique chart, you can schedule a human design reading on my website. And please join my Human Design with Sonia Facebook group. And if you're already in it, invite any friends that might be interested. And I will talk to you soon.